Good evening, and welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the Think Show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so called people you call African American, Black, Negro, Colored, Savage, whatever the term may be, are the people of America. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're here with the Accomack clan mother, and we're talking about running from the truth is detrimental to your health. A lot of times when the truth is spoken, a lot of times we run from it. We don't want to hear it for whatever reason. We've all done it, and we all seen what can happen when you run from it. But in this day and age, the Americans, soul folks, spring is coming. Spring is right around the corner. Are we ready for it? That's when things start budding up. You shedding off all them old lies. You come into a new beginning, a new world starts. Everything is fresh, everything is new. Time to start building. Ready? Ready? Ready to build a new mindset, a new way of thinking. Stop watching so much TV. Start doing things that are going to benefit you and your families. This is the only thing we should be doing. If you got a job and it's not doing that, you need to quit your job. And then they just tell you 4.5 million people quit their jobs. What is that telling you? 4.5 people, have faith in themselves to do something different, and they'll be successful at it. They just got to do it. So spring's right around the corner, y'all. All y'all that like to go out there and make those snow angels, all y'all out there that like to build snowmen, you only got a couple of more months. Spring is around the corner, and about the time spring hits, a lot of truths are going to be told about this jab. Be ready for it. Be ready and always be on the move. What you going to do next? Because we are over flooded. We are over flooded with nations that we fought against, that brothers was doing to the people in those wars what them Yankees was doing. And now those people are right on your doorstep. What you gonna do about it? I see what you do in social media about it. Tonight, the Accomack clan mother is gonna let us know, really, that these people are out to kill us. They don't want you around. Do you know how rich and vast America is? Do you know how much seafood, timber, stone, rock, oil, water, fresh water? Do you know the national parks in America? Damn near every state has one. Beautiful. You have to pay somebody else to go there. So we're going to be talking truth tonight. A lot of you guys, I don't want to hear that. Go ahead and do this a football game on or something. Go enjoy that. But to talk nonsense to you, to tell you bullshit, to tell you lies, to just make up stuff to tell you, I I wouldn't want to face the penalty for that. That's why I don't do it. And so that's why here at African Americans Ain't Africans, we ain't got no time to bullshit you. We know that every frequency out there is to control your mind. We'd only hope you ground yourself where you can control it and stop letting it be controlled by outside forces. And that's going to be the topic of discussion tonight. You there with me, Akamak, Clan Mama?
I am. I'm here. I'm here. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me. Indigenous One. You know you got the best show on the land. Under daggone appreciated. I feel like people need to stop being selfish. Stop trying to keep it your little secret. Go ahead and tell him. The wealth of information that this man has, you need. Your family needs. Your friends need. People you think aren't interested, they need it. So, um, be generous. Share his channel. Share, share, share. I mean, it's very important that this natural resource we have in our indigenous community is not taken for granted, and also that we fail to daggone capitalize on the fact that the indigenous one is present and accounted for and is contributing all this, precious information that can enlighten us. We need to actually put him up on the pedestal that he needs to be on. Do you not have you not listened to the ridiculous stuff that is out there? It it makes me want to vomit. Vomit. They're disgusting. These people will have in 9 hours 5,000 views. How the hell does an ignorant know nothing have 5,000 views in 9 hours? How does that even possible? Are we that tasteless? Are we that ignorant? What
Yes.
what is it that it has people listening to a bunch of idiots say nothing, give no value, bark? They sound like a bunch of barking dogs, literally. Why are we giving? Why are? Is this our children? Is this the next generation? Are they that mindless? What is going on? Because I feel like our kids are more intelligent than to listen to that kind of nonsense.
I think sometimes we have to look at it in reality. This we don't have our own platform. We're using what we got. So they're going to make it seem like for whatever.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
falsify
Yeah.
information as
Oh yeah.
well, and they
Oh,
try to push certain agendas which are ignorant and chaotic and just crazy and backwards information. They're not going to try to act like anybody's listening to somebody who's thoughtful, provoking, that's going to give you actual things you can use, give you direction, make you daggone examine and research. They don't want to promote that. No, they want to promote these daggone crazy people who will talk for hours and say literally nothing, make you think that you can do all kinds of outlandish things that don't make no sense, none, not be credible, not know who the hell they are, not be able to damn speak to who they are, and just all over the place. Just a bunch of invaders like we have dealt with for centuries. Same thing over and over again. These invaders come here and kick up chaos, and we let them.
matter. Not only do we let them, we join them.
Sure do.
And these are the truths about things, and these are things that we've done. That's what I was saying earlier in the broadcast, is saying, look,
Mm,
you've been in all these wars. You've been in Vietnam. You've been in Korea. You've been in World War II. You've been in the Iraqi. You've been in these wars.
right.
And see what these people do when they go to these people countries, they treat them like shit.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that. And what the Negro community do, we like to pat these brothers on the back. We messed up.
Right.
Talking to a cat on the street, one of these homeless veterans, and they just look so pitiful. And this brother, I said, brother, so why do you look so pitiful? Like nothing's coming your way. The sun's not gonna shine on you. He
Mm-hmm.
said, man, I've done things to people
Mm,
that I wish nobody would do to my family.
mm,
And these people are in my community selling us food. Something just don't seem right about that. I mean, this cat, he like carrying a hobo sack. He looking like that.
mm.
And so a lot of these cats out there think like that. A lot. And it
Yep.
does something to their spirit. Where they just not broke or poor, because even those people, they fake it until they make it, so to say. These brothers have broken spirits
Mm-hmm.
because they know. And then they see these people coming over here getting, getting to do all this stuff, make all this money off of us.
Are they that woke? Do they even realize? I
Yeah.
sometimes I wonder if people even
No,
notice anymore. I
no,
think
no.
I really I'm really doubting whether we are even
Yeah,
noticing what is happening right in our eyes. Because when you talk to certain people about like what we are and what we could be doing, should be doing, it's like their eyes just glaze over. That always
yeah,
disheartens me when people eyes is glaze over,
right,
because when you tell them, look, you know what, get ourselves together, if you find out who you really are, if you actually organize yourselves as the identity as you are, as the indigenous person that you are, if you are an indigenous person,
right,
because you might not be, okay,
right.
but if you are that and you can organize yourself as that, there is no higher level of freedom or rights you can ever achieve pretty much on the planet.
Can you say that one more time, Lisa? I got get that through, please.
If you actually do the research, find out who you are, and you turn out to be indigenous, and then you actually organize yourself as the indigenous people that you actually are, not some made up name, not some social group, your real actual roots, bloodline, then having that kind of status, having that kind of freedom, you will not know that level, that kind of status of life. There is no other identity on the planet that can surpass what you can do and be as being an indigenous American Indian. There is nothing bigger. Nothing.
I mean, I don't know how simple to make it. I mean,
But people don't really believe that. Even the people that are in, kind of in the community, they don't really believe that. Because if they really believed that, they would stop listening to this foolishness and get to work. If they really believed it.
it's not that, most of the people listening, they want some charismatic person, because really, I don't see how any of these cats think of the resources wasted over the past 20 years.
How about the past 20 minutes? I just feel like it's just, you know what I mean? It's just like 20, man, come on. I don't got 20 minutes to waste. These,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like Come on, y'all. We really don't have it. We don't have it. Because although these folks are slow on the uptake, they are constantly working as a unit, which we are not.
Right.
They may hate each other's ass. And if you ever worked anywhere within the company and see how the actual politics of these invaders, these colonizers are, they may hate each other. But when it comes down to you and them, they're united.
They united. They tight.
United. May hate each other's guts, but they're tight. They're tight as some damn pantyhose.
So guess what happened to me today?
What?
Talking to this brother. He comes in for service. And yo, man, you gonna watch the game tomorrow? I'm like, no, no. I'm doing something tomorrow around that time. And it always gets me how brothers root for Alabama when Alabama told their grandmama, nigga, you can't go to school here. And then all the schools that their ancestors built,
Right.
Alabama State, Tuskegee, you
Mm,
know, they don't even, those schools don't get no recognition.
right. They don't support that.
They,
They're not. They're
yeah,
not buying all their jerseys and hats and banners all
hey,
over their car, license plates, and
so they had,
sneakers.
so they had a coach down here named Bear Bryant, and he wore this kind of hat. I mean, some old ugly shit,
Right.
but it was black and white.
Uh-huh.
Man, do you know I have seen sisters in dresses
Mm,
with that hat low, that hat. the-
mm.
So when I say these shines down here on a whole nother level,
Wow.
they on a, then when you tell them some truth, because well, one of the things that they do, and this is what we got to pick up on, they lie like it's nothing.
Right.
They lie like it's nothing.
It is nothing. It is nothing. It is nothing to them.
It's that
And
glaze
that
look.
is their greatest invention. The greatest invention of the colonizer is the lie. And it
Right.
works on us like a clock. It works every time.
Works every time.
Works every time on us. The lie is their best thing.
They make you think that they're better than you. They're,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you know,
They're supreme. They
right,
make this is what is even more diabolical. They make you think that they have a right to tell you about you or anything they want to.
right.
The audacity. The audacity to think that you could tell somebody about them and anything about you and question you. What gives them that right? Who has that kind of audacity? You know who does? Somebody who you give the freedom to do that shit. Somebody who you give that permission.
Happening every second of the day.
They need to feel it in their gut when they try to daggone regulate on you like that. They need to have a gut wrenching sensation when they get ready to even utter like they're trying to regulate you.
Yeah.
But no, you're so used to just scooping that stuff up like it's ice cream. Yummy, yum. So now what am I, boss? What am
So
I? What am I now? What's gonna happen to me next, boss? What should I put in my body next, boss? What should I believe about the stuff I put in my body, boss? Is good for me?
Seriously, that's how every character that you see on the screen, that's how they act. That's how they train you to act.
They have Senate hearings that are talking about the lies, the amount of deaths with this daggone vaccine, the fact that we letting a vaccine that haven't been tested on animals to be given to our babies. And yet, these daggone crazy folk are still out there talking about everybody should be mandated. It's the government's right. That's our people. That's our people saying this. It makes me want to stop breathing. I just want to fall out and just knock right out on the floor, bang my head. I can't take it. Why are we this stupid? And they can tell us anything.
Does it
Don't.
even matter? Does it even matter if it's fear anymore?
It's not even fear. It's a suggestion. Even they don't have to put the fear in there. All they gotta do is put an image of a white man. Just this is what this. Let me tell you something. They put an image of a white man serving a sister sausage and eggs, and you can see the pepper on the fried eggs and toast. And let me tell you something. I was looking at that commercial like, what? It made me feel some kind of way. Like, damn, white men be delivering stuff like that. I like eggs with pepper and that's the shit that they. This is how to the level that it is. That you, I'm not even trying to watch this. I'm doing stuff. But all of a sudden, my attention gets taken by the peppered eggs and the white man giving it to the sister, and I was like, that's the way white men be treating you. Really, really. They be giving you suggestions, and you ain't even trying to hear nothing. But you are already just eating the stuff up, devouring it, making it a part of your, subconscious. Subconsciously you are you are developing a reception to this thing that you were not interested in before. All of a sudden you're receptive to the fact that maybe I should be with a white man. Maybe that's good. Subconsciously it's happening, just like subconsciously they're telling you maybe I should try being gay. Maybe that's good via songs. They got this is why they told me last night. I didn't know this because I'm not really kind of oblivious to a lot of things. But she said that at what is it called? Old Navy, they have genderless clothes. It's no longer male and female clothes. And then because she told me that, I noticed a commercial today, and yeah, they got guys wearing tight pants like their women's clothes, and they got women wearing shorts like man shorts. It is a genderless clothing store now.
See, this shit is getting real. This is what I mean. They're trying to write you off the planet. I'm seriously. And see,
Yeah.
this depopulation program, being
Mhm.
it's a whole bunch of us going with it.
Oh, we going with it.
Do you realize that this ends bloodlines?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Cannot, you got to think
You
about this.
you come from somewhere. You let other people make up the story of your whole life. Where you come, I mean, they did a shitty job, and we should all know that. But damn, you
Right.
didn't even look for yourself.
Nope. Nope, not
Somebody
at
just
all.
made you up out of thin air and you just flowing in the air. They tell you you from Africa. Don't tell you them where. Ain't got to tell you where because when you're dumb, you do anything somebody tell you to do. Don't you? That's all that is. That's common sense. Don't run away from these truths. Look at them, say, "Yo, man, you right." You ain't no, you ain't got to say that. You know what to do. You are in a part of the world that everybody covets. Your actions, your phenomena, who you are, what you do is embodied in the name, and everybody wants it. You see, whatever you do, everybody copies it. They'll drop millennial, 1,000-year old, what they did for thousands of years to pick up your culture. And you just walking around, and is it just chaos being created so we can let people rob us? Why? You see how we are out there. Every day you walk outside, you see what's going on with your people out there. For you to listen, let these people do this to you, you might as well just go ahead and help them do it. Put a gun up to our heads and pull the trigger, because that's what's happening. All these people, you don't even feed yourself. You see right here on this avatar, these brothers are tilling the land so you can have something to eat, so you can have something to build, and we just thrown that away. We thrown it away. So you can't run away from the truth. It's here and it's in all of our face. We better stand up to it because we've been running, lying, like Lisa said earlier, just saying any damn thing. Just saying anything. You telling your people they from Turkey. You're telling your people they from Africa. You're telling your people they from the Middle East. You telling your people they're Bible characters. This is the dumb shit we do. And you're a living, breathing human being. This is the dumb shit we do. And then act like, and then to say some dumb shit. And this is what, and I've seen this happen because you have rooms and stuff where these white boys talk about you like a dog. The stuff that they say about your mamas and sisters is the vilest shit. Most Negroes would want to fight. This is how they talk about you. This is what they think about you. Guess how you think about them. They send me all kind of stuff. I know what you do, but you would try to act like somebody doing it to you and you a victim. No, you Negroes willingly. You don't even have to be asked, right?
Amen.
Right, Lisa?
Amen. Amen. You don't even have to be asked. You've been right the heck over. Come on. Come on. I got room. Somebody else want to get in? Who else wants to get in? We don't, where is, we can't rise up till we understand the greatness that's in us. We cannot rise up until we recognize the greatness that's in us. You got to love yourself. You got to think more of yourself. And then you'll think more of each other. I think, although I talk about these crazy people, I don't know what these crazy people are. They have these all these horrible, um, YouTube things and all that. But I'm thankful that there are so many good, intelligent people out there. Maybe not on YouTube, just people that you can talk to, people that are in your families, people that are your friends, people that are in your community, people that are on, that you exchange communication with, maybe through social media. These people, there are precious people in this world, people who are absolute gems, valuable for their hearts, first of all, and their minds. We need to really, really, really resonate towards those people that can lift us up, that we can lift up, that are just edifying, right? We're still out there. There are a lot of us like that still. We just have to shake off these ignorant, worthless people that are trying to plague us. And we have to encourage people not to be distracted by that. But in order to encourage them, you got to offer them something better. You got to offer them something different. You got to show them a better, different way. Because if they're just left to their own devices, they end up just rolling into whatever happens to be out there. This that they're making grab their attention. And like the indigenous one said, they make they throw these things out there towards the public. So when they go looking for something, the first thing they find is the trash. They could dig and dig and dig and not find the jewels. They bury the jewels. They throw the trash all up in your face. We have to also talk to our young people about it. A lot of times these kids and ourselves, we're all in these devices. We don't talk to each other like we should. These people are losing the ability to actually communicate with one another. We need to share these directions and give the future some direction, some kind of direction, so that they can make better decisions about what they're going to spend time with, who they're going to spend time with, what's valuable and what's not valuable, what's healthy and what's not healthy in your life, what kind of person is healthy to be around, what kind of person is not healthy to be around. There's too many toxic people. We can't allow them to drag the good ones down. So when you're finding something of value, like this show, the indigenous one, I I challenge you to share it the same way you share a stupid TikTok. You may share stupid TikTok with your whole doggone family and every friend and former co-workers and people you went to go to the salon with, but you need to share this the same way you share those other things, because you don't ever know who needs, well, everybody needs this, but you don't know who's really gonna receive it. You may think you know, oh, they're not interested, but you don't know. You never know. But you should share it anyway. Of course, I don't care what people want to hear, but I feel like it's a value. They're gonna hear it. I don't care who they are.
Let me just share this. Let me just share this with brother. And this is how I think, brother. And I think uh, how we once thought, we don't think like that anymore. We talk about it all the time. We give examples of that. So to show this is what I want to say to you, and it's just simple. It's not dissing you in no kind of way. It's nothing. But I'm gonna tell you this: the way we look at stuff, and I think if we just looked at it from a different angle, I mean, it can just be a quarter of an inch off by 10 feet. We just look at it a different angle, we'll see that we're looking at the same thing, we just wording it different. So what I want to do is take this sentence that you just shared, and what I want to just show you how to flip it where it works in your favor. Check it. John Horse was a Gullah Geechee Seminole native. So when he say John Horse was a Gullah Geechee Seminole native, who's the first person that would pop in your mind? Because nobody knows who John Horse is. But who would pop in your mind? Kwame Brown. Don't he say Gullah Geechee all the time? So we know John Horse is like that. He's one of those cats. But no one will ever mention his name in history. This is how we got to look at it. You're mentioning his name in history. I just mentioned his name in history. The 50 people that's listening are just heard John Horse. So that's what I mean. You were the rock that was dropped in the lake. I was the first wave. The 50 people listening are the second wave. They're gonna spread it, boom, boom, and it just keeps going out. You see? So never say no one is gonna do it, because you did it. And you are somebody. Can I get a witness?
Amen. It only takes one.
Oh man.
It only takes one.
So running and hiding from the truth. Now, I really don't care if you do it, if a person does it. If that's what you want to do, okay, because it's gonna catch up with you. What goes around comes around. So you know how you were talking about levitating earlier, Lisa? That the power of that, and a lot of us seen it, that what goes around comes around.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's one of those truths. So who you got in the game tomorrow? I'm kidding.
Right. Well, y'all, the reality of this is this. I we are the challenge, right? The challenge is within us. Because are we at the point now that they have laid out this golden carpet and we don't even want to walk down the aisle? Is that what it is? I'm really beginning to think it's true that it's like Pavlov's dog, or when you got one of them dogs with those daggone shock fences, that they get so conditioned that they don't even go beyond the parameter, even though there's no shock anymore. Is that what has become of us?
No, what has become of us? You ever seen that image of that elephant tied to that little plastic chair?
Wow. Talk about the elephant tied to a little plastic chair.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, that image right there just, lets you know how bad the problem is. This is a 2,000-pound elephant tied to a 1-pound chair, plastic, and he ain't moving.
Well, that might work to my advantage, because the fear that the colonizer has is that we're going to get up and win. But in my case, in my lawsuit, they don't want this stuff to come out of bag. But really, I'm beginning to think that Ain't nobody gonna do nothing behind me getting it winning this lawsuit. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. They not. I'm beginning to really feel that way, and I feel like they don't really have to worry about me winning this lawsuit because it's not going to change what everybody else is doing at all. It's not. I really am really, really starting to believe that, you know,
Oh,
because, just letting this all out, it's like it opens up the information for people to the pathway of how to go, but I don't think it's going to do anything. I'm telling you for real. I really just don't feel like for me for I mean for us for the Acamax is going to do tremendous things, but I just feel like there ain't nobody really going to come behind that. I
so
really
you
don't.
so you think it'll end with you?
I think it is going to begin and end with us. Yeah, that's what I feel like, honestly, because I feel like people really just want to talk and they really just don't want to do anything. And we're at a point now that even when you see it, you still don't believe it. And even if you see it and believe it, you think, well, that was just some weird exception. You know what I mean? We're
But
gonna make an excuse as to why it can't happen again. You see?
okay, but do you think that okay? So no, I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So most of everybody's mindset is into this. Well, okay, so this generation today, what would you say the 17 and 18-year olds? So what are they seeing the world as now? Because their what great grandparents are about to lay down. So what has been passed, what did they grow up on?
Oh my goodness.
What did
I
they
mean,
grow
they've been sold a vision of America that it really isn't. It's all propaganda, right? I guess we all have been sold a vision of America that's all propaganda. If you really going to get down to it, every generation has their own propaganda that we grew up with, right?
right,
And this generation is the don't talk about nobody, don't hurt nobody feelings. Everybody's important. Everybody gets an award. Everybody, that kind of stuff, right?
right.
That's the way they feel. You're not supposed to say nothing about nothing. And people that say things and complain are bad. They're bad. And everybody needs to shut up and get along and
Yeah,
take everybody else's stuff and don't say nothing about it. Just have to just everybody's okay. Everybody's great when everybody ain't great. So I don't know how this transmits. These kids are stressed out. They're confused. They got pressures that I don't think any generation has ever had, as far as just being in a state of confusion, but not being having the tools to even be mature. They're stunted, yet they got all this adult requirements and all this adult information. Ugh, it's bad.
yeah, and the saddest part to me is that the people running around here like, with their heads cut off, they're not realizing that they have weight. It's like you said earlier about your family. You have a say. You're a person. You carry weight. You help the tides come in. You do all that.
Not even just that. Just as being the actual people that if you happen to be indigenous, if you are actually indigenous, you actually organize there is your life will can be so totally different from anybody else in this planet. You can do things that you just You really can't even imagine, because we really have the right to all these things that we're not accessing, or allowing ourselves to have access to. It's a shame.
We want potato chips, we want a Snickers, we want all the dumb shit other people give us. We're the sisters who make the cookies. We're the brothers who make the clothes. How come we always wearing somebody else's clothes? How come we don't do our own shoes, and that would give our children why don't we do that? Why don't we do our own stoves? What are these black colleges? Shouldn't they be making refrigerators and stoves and blah, blah, blah that we could fund ourselves with? These are just ideas, y'all. I know these are not realities that we think about. These are just ideas. I mean, if we had car companies at the turn of the century, why isn't this pushed amongst your college professor, your conscious people? Why isn't that type shit pushed? Really? We're just taught to be these elephants tied to a plastic chair. That's what it seems like to me. Really? And your grandmothers and grandfathers built colleges, and you walking around talking that melanin bullshit? Stop embarrassing yourself, because you ain't doing nothing. African American, you've been in a way for way too long. You've lied about the history of the people here to your sons and daughters. So I realize that you don't have any respect for us. You've had the people who were forward thinking, who had ideas that could have been implemented at the snap of a finger, but you destroyed that. You wanted to set it up like some Hebrew Israelites, how they would do in Jerusalem somewhere. You wanted to do it the Greek way. You wanted to do it the Christian way. And none of them motherfuckers have helped to do nothing. Yet you still follow. You still obey. No, we ain't going out like that, homie. And all you people who've licked on other countries and blah, 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 and then turned your back on your mamas, and you can turn your back on the people that bought you here. What kind of shine are you? It's African American. He'll push Russia before he pump his grandmama. I had a Negro tell me my grandmama didn't know nothing. She was ignorant. She had 14 kids, lived to be 105 years old, farmed her own food, and nigga, you stutter when you ordering a Big Mac at McDonald's. Really? She was ignorant? That's the Negro. So it's really not, you looking at yourself in a certain way. And okay, but the world, not only are they looking at you, they're showing you how they see you. Melanin under melanin rich people. Dude, if you say that one more time, melanin is everywhere. It don't mean nothing. Everybody has it. You saying melanin is like saying everybody has hair. Stop acting like it's this superpower medicine that makes you do stuff. It don't. Because if it did, right? Right? Stop confusing your children because they already got a lot to figure out. And they can't keep going with this bullshit that you spitting at them. It ain't gonna work. And in a minute, they're seriously, they're really tired of you because it didn't work for your mama. It didn't work for you, but they want it to work for them. So all that shit you've been talking these past 50 years, Jesus ain't coming back. He would have helped your grandmama. He would have helped your mama. He would have helped you. Change the way you think about stuff. This is yo. This is the place where you were born. Every landmass has a people on it. Let's look at them as aliens if you want. You can do whatever you want to do because that's what they do. They tell you anything and you will pay trillions to hear it. Won't you? Yeah, you will. Check out what these people saying to you. You better come up with your own way of doing things and dealing with the world because that's all it's going to take. This world will be a better place tomorrow if we did the right, if we just honored our mothers and fathers. It's just that simple.
It's a fact. Lawrence Burton said it's all about the paper chase. It is. We let people set the goalposts for us. Well, you gotta have. You gotta have that car. What you gotta have? You gotta have that house. What you gotta have? You gotta have that designer clothes. What you gotta have? They tell you what you need. They tell you what you need, and they let you know how to get a go. How you're supposed to go about getting it. But what you gotta do is spend, $50,000 and go to college. Then you can have these things. Oh, okay, you know they we allow other people to define who we are and what our future is, what we want, what we don't want. They teach us that we don't want each other, we don't like each other, and we don't need to trust each other, and we believe the lies. We believe it.
And it's so bad with these young men. I see how that gay shit is pushed in.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's like it's like the more you dog the sister out, the higher up you are. It's like that homie over hoe shit, you know?
Right, right,
It's like, huh?
right,
You dogging your huh?
right,
And not all brothers with it. Not all brothers with it. But it's uh advertised to us to do
right.
this.
And if you're immature, you still developing what you think and feel. So when you see things like, what is it called, that TV show with the strip joint? What is it called, y'all? Let me probably gonna say in the chat. Um, what is it called, y'all? Y'all. The P Valley, P Valley. They make it so this man is a upcoming rap star, and he's getting all famous and everything. But who does he want? Who does he have the Joneses for? Who does
What'd you
the
say?
sham? Who does he want to have sex with? Who is he? Who is he having all kinds of wild secret sex with? The sham. The sham. A whole strip club full of beautiful women, and he's in the woods having sex with a sham.
So why is that? I mean, so why is that?
They're promoting it. And then if let's say and you're developing, let's say you're a young guy, you watch this shows, a lot of pretty girls on it, but then you see this real graphic sex scene, a lot of them, between a man who's just like jonesing for this sham. Not even an attractive sham, just a rough, ugly sham. That clicks on something in your subconscious.
Yes, you're right.
It really does.
You're absolutely right. And so
These things are done.
yeah, and that's what I mean. That's the quickest way to kill off your bloodline.
Right.
See, a lot of people don't understand that when they're young because whatever, you were created by your mama and your daddy.
Right.
That's how it's done. I mean, it's probably done. I mean, I'm sure it's done different now. You can do different stuff now. But when you voluntarily, because that's why when Lisa talks about genealogy, the shit is important because everybody is connected. God damn. I mean, it's that simple. And when you cut yourself out, since you were what do you call that? Well, since you were recreated, you have to recreate somebody else. I mean that's just simple shit. That ants do it. Bees, I mean, that's how species maintain themselves on the planet. You voluntarily don't want to do it, then you're gonna be an asshole about it and try to talk about it like you doing something noble. Sit your ass down. Are you kidding? You messing with life. When life come back and tap your ass on the shoulder, don't be, I didn't know. Don't none of that shit. Stand your ass up to the truth because you wanted to play. You can't create nothing, shoot nothing in nobody's ass. You do know that, right? You can't create nothing scissoring up with another sister. You know that, right? Nobody cares what you feel. We all get them feelings. We are about life. We are about life. And if you gonna do that dead shit, now I know it's a lot of people. Well, they can do what they want to do because I don't know why, but they can do it. Dude, you playing with that deaf shit? Take that back over there to take that over to your zaddy. That ain't happening over here, and you will be briefed about it every chance that's given. Cause ugh, it ain't happening here. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna stay on this planet like we were designed to stay on this planet, and we gonna stay right here. Fuck what you talking about.
That's right. But we can't let. Okay, this is the thing that I find disturbing. Right. When I was when I was a young mother, I didn't do everything right. But one thing I was very serious about was that I didn't let my kids watch anything. I didn't let the TV babysit them unless it was something that I had vetted, a videotape I had purchased, most likely, right? And now it's like they watch everything. They watch things on their phone, they watch things on these tablets, they watch everything. These kids are becoming toxic before they even have half a brain. The music is horrible. Now, I was real funny about that too. Just played you know, kiddie kind of music, positive type of things for my baby. I didn't play just let any old kind. I love, and I'm one of those rap sisters that grew up top. So even though that's something that I enjoyed with my babies, I tried to, while they were really young, especially, tried to give them things that were more nurturing to them. We need to make sure, jazz, things that are going to, uplift them. We need to be more protective because let me tell you what they're doing in this world. They're trying to destroy us, and they're really trying to just destroy the children. The children are not allowed to be children. Most of the people probably in the chat don't may not have that experience. I've had actually the way myself um and the indigenous one were able to grow up, where a lot of things were G rated. Most things were G rated. Come on now. We were able to actually be innocent unless we had a real perverted, messed up life, in our family. We could actually, as far as media was concerned, be fairly innocent. And now they don't have that. They don't have that at all. As a matter of fact, they're under attack, they're under siege every minute of the day. And then the other thing is, they don't even give these babies a break. If the babies are up, there's some media, some raunchy, disgusting thing that they can watch 24/7. Because, we used to watch the TV and TV would shut off and we go to sleep and there wouldn't be no TV to watch. Now there's something all the time just hitting you in your ear holes all the time. Not a break. They these babies are under attack in more ways than one. The food, the music, the media, the games,
Mm.
the toothpaste, the water, the daggone radiation. We gotta protect them. Using this formula instead of your breast milk. Hot Cheeto babies. I mean, I love it that we can actually make hot Cheeto babies, and these babies still are thriving and genius and miraculous. But can we do better than hot Cheetos for the babies? can, we, can we please?
Man, babies eating watermelon, babies eating peaches. I mean, how often does that happen? How you take a species from what they've done, what their grandmothers have done. Remember, ladies, and every woman I've asked this. Matter of fact, let's do this. Lisa, you there?
Yep.
I have a question for you.
Mm.
Is it true, because you're a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
is it true that when a female is born, she will have all the eggs she will carry for her life?
Right. Yes, yes, yes. That's true.
That's true, because every nurse I ask that, they all say the
Mm-hmm.
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to become highly intelligent, seriously, talk to nurses, and talk to the brothers who were in the military in your families. You will be 100 times smarter than what you are now. Fact. I don't care what nobody else tell you. Keep that. If you will never hear from me again,
True.
pay that. Listen to the nurses and the guys who were in the military. Now, a lot
Or
of
girls.
or who?
Or girls that were in the military.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Mm.
I'm sorry. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And you will be 100 times smarter than what you are. Nerd, did they just tell you basic cleanliness, the shit to do, you know? And
Right.
they stay on you about it.
Mhm.
So they're the truth that you can't run from. They're not gonna tell you no bullshit just to tell you it. That's not what they do. And you'll notice that most nurses were really nurses before they became nurses, if that makes sense.
That's a fact. Healers.
They're healers. You have these sisters all through your families. They're still there today. You see them on the bus stop. You see them pushing the stroller. They taking care of their kids and taking care of you too. You don't think they know nothing? This is what I'm saying, y'all. You with your families. Your families are you. You done picked up, you done ate off one of your cousin's antennas earlier in life, and something with that made you who you are. You better keep getting with these people. Getting with these people. Don't think just because you moved to Chicago, you the shit. And they still down there in Jackson, Mississippi. Nah. Tap them antennas much more frequently than we're doing now.
You know
DeMar,
what's funny? I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, "Where are you guys from?" And they said, "Somewhere remote, some little country town, real small, whatever." I said, "All your people from there?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Your great grandparents, your grandparents, your grandparents, your great grandparents?" "Yeah." I said, "Anybody down there now?" "Yeah, I got one sister, a few cousins, whatever." I said, "Oh," I said, "Well, a lot of people are like going back home, or and thinking of retiring there or moving back to where their people are from. Have you thought about that?" "Well, I've thought about it, but there's nothing there. There's not even a Walmart. Now, there's not good health care, right?" Okay, then this is what's funny though. It's not funny, but it's true. Like that's where my people are from. There's not a Walmart. There's not there's not a good hospital system. But guess what? They do that on purpose. They don't want your ass coming back. They don't want you coming to the land that is going to put you on high, that's going to actually, connect to your soul, your spirit, that's going to energize you. You're going to feed off of each other, the land and you. They don't want you coming back to that. But the reality is this. So, remember when there wasn't Walmart? Remember when there were like five and dimes? Y'all heard of that? Five and dimes or whatever. Mom and pop stores. My auntie had a store. My granddad had a business, a pool hall. So, um, so we can't build what we had up. We unless it's already made for us, we're helpless. Are we helpless now? Like, and then they say something like, "Well, there's no good health care." Well, yo, you're in the hospital now because you went for a simple procedure and the hospital nearly killed you. So what's the value in that?
you know why that pisses me off? Seriously.
Hmm.
Shouldn't we have our own health and wellness centers all over the place by now? Shouldn't we have our own mothers delivering babies? I mean, because the shit that we've been using for the past 100 years don't work.
It doesn't work. Well, I'm gonna say something about mothers delivering babies now. The thing about that is that delivering babies can be dangerous because a lot of women in the history of women having babies die in childbirth. It's not. I know it's natural. Natural's easy. It's not a lot of it takes a lot of women out. Not just in the fact that it takes them out, but it also kills their heart. Just the hypertension in pregnancy, which is probably more so now than it was in the past because of the crap we eat and the drugs and all that other influence and stress and everything else on our lives. However, um, I say that because my daughters had a indigenous obstetrician from the first baby to the last, and she knew that she needed to take that baby, and thank God she actually did a C. My daughter had everybody vaginal. It was crazy because it's like she had three vaginal births without a problem, like a champ, right? But this last one, um, she had to have a C-section because this child, and it turned out that this little baby had the cord wrapped around her neck twice. Didn't nobody know. So you know, thank God, thank God she was like, because the sister was intuitive. Like she was like, nah, we're not waiting. We're gonna get it done now. You know what I mean? And thank God the sister was on point, and thank God she was intuitive enough to know, uh, because it would have taken. There was okay. Did you know why? This is okay. I forgot the whole story. What really was the deal? The reason why she became a C-section was because she was actually like transverse. She was breech actually, and so that's why she was going to do the C-section. So, and there's mechanisms where you can actually turn a baby. Oh, you can do maneuvers, but in order to get that done, guess what? Her cord was wrapped around her neck twice. So you sitting up there trying to turn her, you could be killing the child. In order to do it with all the different technology and being able to see the baby and all that, they would have to go to a specialist and get that done. Well, they couldn't wait for that because when they delivered that baby, like I said, the cord was wrapped around that girl's neck twice. So that's the thing. I mean, yeah, it's great, natural, da 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 da, but you also have to know that a lot of this technology, first of all, is developed by us. Like you can deny it, but who did heart surgery? We did. A lot of shit that the technology and advancements in medicine is us. Proton therapy for cancer is an indigenous female. So we can't sit there and boo 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 some technology. The technology is our technology. We do that shit.
Well, that's what I mean. If the technology shouldn't we have okay, so like just an example, like the brother who did the open heart surgeries. Shouldn't we have open heart surgeries in every city around major city where we're in around this and auxiliaries in
Well,
the
you
smaller cities?
got well, I mean, yeah, we should. I mean, we can't really say that because you know what? We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. I mean, that's the reality. This whole desegregation thing was a big old damn trick. It was a trick bag, and we jumped right in that trick bag.
Yeah.
It was planned out meticulously. They were like, yeah, okay, we're gonna give you some equal opportunity, affirmative action. It was a trick. It only lasts 2 years. But daggone it, didn't we those older baby boomers just run through the door? They didn't realize how many baby boomers would get through the door in just 2 years. They kept talking about it like it was lasting 10 years. People were mad all the way to the damn 80s. People were talking shit to me, acting like I was getting affirmative action. Affirmative action ended in 72. Yet, that little bit of opening allowed for a lot of these baby boomers to be sitting on their asses today and counting their money and being worthless. They didn't want to build in their communities. They wanted to run from their communities. That's what it did. And when we look back and say, why don't we have nothing now? It's because it was planned that way and we fell for it. Because why? We believe the lie. We never sit there and question if something's too good to be true. Why are they giving this to us? Why are they doing this to us? Why they want us to have the vax? We don't question it. We believe the lies. Why they want us to have daggone affirmative action? Because they setting you up. They pulled that shit out, and then they pulled out daggone what is it I can't think. what is it when they have the rights for jobs?
Civil
Um,
rights.
no, when they have those the things that unions, they destroyed the union. When they destroyed the union, that killed the middle class. The middle class was built on the fact that you could get a fair wage, have benefits, and whatnot, and keep your job because the unions protected jobs. When they privatized everything, that's when they could just pay you shit, treat you like shit, and not give you no benefits. And there went everything that we had, that we thought we had. We don't have it no more because we fell for the trick.
Yeah, but
So,
it's kind
so
of like
that's
this.
why. I mean, why don't we have anything? Because we believed the lie. We believed the lies. Oh yeah, they gonna give us permanent. Oh yeah, it lasted 2 years, gone. Boom. Oh, they want us to have civil rights and living where we want to. We ran from our own neighborhoods. We stopped building with each other. We stopped living with each other. We turned our backs on each other. We felt like the only way we could show we did better was to move out. Destroyed us. That's why
Yeah,
we ain't got
yeah,
none
we
of that.
fell for that one big time.
We fell for that. Running from ourselves.
Running from ourselves. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Running from the truth.
Right.
Come on. And and I remember when we used to be lovers of truth.
We don't recognize truth now. We don't know what truth is. Our senses are dulled, our intuition's gone. We used to be able to smell when something wasn't right. We used to be able to feel it. Our little spidey sense, hairs used to come up. We could feel when something wasn't right. Or if someone wasn't right. Now we don't know nothing. They just tell us they're good and we believe it. They look good and they tell us we're good and we believe it until we're dead. Then we're like, oh, I guess they wasn't as good after all.
Yeah. So,
Really, that's literally what we're doing. It's like these people that are sitting there saying, well, they mean me right. The good guys are the Democrats and the bad guys are the Republicans. And I'm going to go with the ones that care about me. We believe the lie. And we keep on believing the lie until, like my brother, you're just dead. He believed that he was doing the right thing because those good guy Democrats were trying to save him. When really, the reality is they're all evil as hell. They're all in bed together. They're all in cahoots. They all want you dead. Don't trust none of them.
it blows my mind how many people are they live their life by what others tell them.
Absolutely.
That is amazing because everybody I talk to, they they always say, "Well, they said,
That's right. Say it again.
they said." Said what?
They said,
Who is they?
who's that? Exactly.
When's the last time you went over their house and your kids spent the night and you guys went on a date? When, huh?
They act like they have that level of trust for they. That's what we do. We act like you're exactly right. Like you spent the night, like they served you, they spoon fed you some food that nourished your body, that you have that level of trust in them that is intimate. That's the way they talk about they, who they trust, who gives them the information that they're gonna regurgitate.
So when you're looking for your family, now this is just my humble 2 cents.
Right.
Lisa will have hers, you will have your own. But when looking for your family, look for those people in your family that kind of remind you of you, because that's one of the cold things about family. Many of us are more alike than we are not alike.
Right.
So when looking for your family, look for people who, look up cousins, second cousins, third cousins you never met, and find the ones who are like you or that you resonate to.
Uh-huh.
That will grow whatever you're trying to do, because those people know things that you don't, and you know things that they don't.
Right.
And if you guys go ahead and mix that together, you'll be creating something, but it's not like a baby or new human or something, a new idea, a new something. Get with those people because you have more in common with people in your family than you have with people who are not in your family.
This is true. This is true. And like, yeah, exactly. The first thing I did to try to actually organize the Accomack Indians, who was there? My cousin, who I didn't grow up around. She is my first cousin, but we didn't really know each other until we were adults, and then even then we didn't see each other. Lived on different sides of the daggone country, and but we made an effort to meet up with each other, and when we did, we were like, damn, we're the same. We got the same kind of way of thinking. We're both fearless of like dealing with doing what we got to do, traveling where we got to travel by ourselves, not really afraid to talk to nobody. So we both have that same kind of mentality. And so when it came to us getting up and running to Virginia and handling business, we both were down for it together. My sister's my major, 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 major supporter. Everything I do, she sustains me. She builds me up. She keeps me going. She literally feeds me. She takes care of me. She encourages me. That is this kind of thing you need. You don't need a lot of people. You just need them right ones. Cynthia, she is a distant relative of an Accomack. However, I couldn't think of anybody who thinks more like me, who has the same kind of I ain't scared of shit attitude, who's willing to do whatever it takes. Like, that's what's up. My daughter, she's like, can look up anything, find anything, explain anything, understands things that I just can't even comprehend, and is willing to go down and do whatever she needs to do. It's all in us. Everything we have is right in our kins, within our kin, and that's who you need to get with, to get yourself together, to claim who you are, if that is who you are. It don't take a lot of you, just takes the right ones.
So to mark the black sheep of the family, this is what the black sheep of the family are. The black sheep are different from the white sheep because the white sheep, they just do what they're told. They just go along to get along. The jigaboos in the family. The black sheep are the people who really not going with the bullshit. You have more people in your family that's, sees through it or feel that something is wrong. Get with those people.
The black sheep, I'm a black sheep. You know what I mean? I'm the
You
one
said
that ain't afraid to
right.
say whatever the hell that I need, that I think, and I don't care what they see. People edit themselves. People that are the daggone so-called white sheep or the love the good ones, they edit, they self-edits because they don't want to be displeasing to anyone. They care how they're seen. They care what people think. Black sheep don't care what you think. They gonna say it like it is. Either you like it or you don't. And that's the thing. The people, you're not going to really be confident or strong enough to get anything done if you're scared what people think. Because A lot of times you're going to look straight crazy doing the stuff that you need to do to get your people organized. You're going to look crazy. People are going to think you're insane. And if you care about it, you ain't going to get nothing done. So you have to be that one who does not care, who's bold enough to get it done, who is not afraid. That's what you need to be. The black sheeps are the ones to lead the flock.
See what I mean? See why you need the black sheep? You need the black sheep. The white sheep is the fence that's blocking what you need to do. So if we say, how come the indigenous people don't have their own cell phone towers, whatever it does to make up a cell phone, how come we're not in on that? I mean, these are all the people that you all, worship who have all this money, because that's all you do is worship people who have money, because that's God to them. You don't have your own currency. Shouldn't what would happen if the so-called indigenous people, I mean the people of America, had their own currency? Like everything else, don't you think other people would want it? We won't even organize ourselves to do that.
And should be your goal is to create your own thing, your own kingdom, your own currency, your own laws, your own government, your own fire stations, your own schools, your own debt. That should be the goal. But with your family. Because if you do it with these other people, you can't claim nothing back. You can't get nothing back this year. You can't take back what yours with a bunch of strangers. You can't. Because this is the thing. You have to claim your actual daggone lineage to get something back, right? It has to be something you can actually connect to. A bunch of strangers don't have that daggone same lineage, so they can't do it. And let me tell you something. These 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 suckers be checking your genealogy. They have the damn experts from all over the world checking your genealogy. There ain't no way you can go about and get anything done if you go falsify stuff, because trust me, people are investigating you up and down. If you actually are doing stuff, they are all in your business trying to get to the daggone, to the daggone truth of who you are. And they know better than you are who you are. So you better not just fake the funk, because it ain't gonna work. Might as well know who you are for real and go for what you know to be true.
And remember, you can't run away from yourself. See, this is what's causing a lot of the confusion in the community. We keep trying to run to Israel, Africa, Moors, where the Moors from. We trying to run to Greece. We trying to run to Jerusalem. The typical shit that the shine does. And while you're running over there, those people are running over here getting your shit. And when you're questioned about it, all you can get is that dumb look on your face. Don't teach your kids that dumb shit that you were taught. You better recognize what's going on. You have all the information. This is everybody everywhere. You have nurses and people who are in the military all around you. Talk to them. Ask them simple questions, and they'll tell you. You have everything you need around you to be whatever you want to be. I don't even know what that is. You might develop the next people transportation thing. I don't know. But as the indigenous people here to America, you got ideas, you got knowledge, you got thought passed down through you from your people, and you run away from them. You call them ignorant. You're running away from yourself. It can't go on too much longer. So I want to, Lisa, do you have any last words?
No, I don't think so. I just want to encourage everybody to be encouraged, put one foot in front of the other, make those steps to change your life, change the life for somebody in your future, for your progeny, for the babies that are yet not born. Make this place different from them for them because right now they just going into a prison. Everybody's being born into a prison. And we have to change this and we have the power to change it. So we need to go ahead and claim it, get it done. Thank you.
Stick with your folks. We'll see you next time. Peace.